Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my dear Vascular colleague. This is the third lecture of a artificial intelligence and machine learning course for doctors and the vascular surgeon, which I'm sure will be very important to the development of their career. This is a free course. All doctors and vascular surgeons can join free with charge. You just need to scan this QR code and your name will be enrolled in that course. The talk today will be about writing in Python language. And don't be afraid, it doesn't need neither to have a previous computer language knowledge or computer coding, nor does it need a computer or software to install. Now, why Python? Python is the best artificial intelligence computer code available. It's an open source. You don't need to install Python. In the old days, we used to install Python 3.0 on computer. You don't need it anymore. Just you go to Google Colab, it's already pre-installed. You don't need even to buy a computer or anything. And you don't need to create a program. And this is very important. In the old days, we used to have a notebook, Jupyter notebook to use it, but you don't need it anymore. And this is the beauty about it. How we're going to use it in medicine? Well, we're going to do two things. We're going to diagnose COVID on a chest X-ray. We are going to make a program that can do that for us. We also are going to make a program which can diagnose pneumonia on a chest X-ray. And also we're going to do this simple code. It's not sophisticated, it's easy and simple. Now, this course, hopefully you will be able to create your own code, to write a computer code, artificial intelligence. We hope to together to develop a diagnosis of aortic aneurysm on CT angiogram using artificial intelligence. Also to diagnose endoleak type 2 using artificial intelligence from the CT angiogram. And hopefully we will develop another AI program as we go along with this course. Now, basics of Python, you don't need to know much about it, but this is a general purpose computer language. It has been developed since 1989 by a Dutch programmer called Guido van Rossum. He is the programmer and he made it to be a free open source language. Anyone can use it. You don't need to purchase anything. And this is one of the beauty about it. It is extremely common. And we'll show the statistics how common it is. It is now, if you can see this paragraph, it shows how compared to 2009, if you go to 2020, the most computer language used in AI is Python. Previously it was MATLAB, now it is Python. Now, all what you need to do is to go to Google Colab application, which is free to anyone with Gmail. And this is the logo for Google Colab. And now we are going to go to a browser and try to write some coding. Now, here is a browser on Google Colab. You can see here, this is my account on Gmail, and you can see this is the logo for Colab, and I've called this file a testing code. And when you go to Google Colab, you can immediately have this page. Now you can see I'm not connected, so I will try to connect to the service that I want to run on, and Google will allocate to me a certain RAM and a certain CPU power, which is extremely powerful to write my code. Now I am connected and I can see that I have the amount of RAM of around 12 gigabytes of hard disk with 1 gigabytes of RAM. Now, these are the code, and it's like writing English. So the first one, when you put a hashtag, it doesn't mean anything to the computer to do. It just tell you the code over the next line. This is what it means. So this program will write hello vascular surgeon. How we can do it? Print, and you open the arrow, and then you write hello vascular surgeon, colon, semicolon, and you press enter. When you get this kind, it means you did not run the cell yet. So let us run it like this. When you see this circle, it's been run, and you can see this is the result. This is the result. It did write down hello vascular surgeon. So why this is important? Whenever you want to write a report or a conclusion of what you already done, you must know the printing command. As you can see, it's very easy and simple. Let us take the other one. The other one, I want to develop a program that can add two numbers, like very simple calculation. We will need it over when we design paper and design multiple things. So here, if you want to add two numbers, you tell the computer number 1 equal 1.5, number 2 equal 6.3. Let us display the sum. You write it in Python language, print, open column, the sum of 0, 1 equal 2, and this is the format, numerical 1, 2, and the sum. Let us run this cell. Easy. It mentioned the sum of 1.5 and 6.3 is 7.8. So this is how you can write number. It's like basically calculator. Now let us go a little bit further with multiplication. If you want to multiply, so for example, number equal 12. So I would say, let us take an input from the user, and when the user have an input, let us do some multiplication, and let us run this cell. It will give you here 12 plus 1 equals 32, 12 times 2 equals 24. How this can be done? I defined I to the computer in a range. So I can be from 1 to 11. So print number, which is equal x, and I, which is the random number between 1 to 11, equal, and then you put the results. And this is the result of this equation. So again, mathematical calculation using Python is pretty easy. And this is how it can be done. Let us go how we can display calendar, for example. So import the calendar module. So there is already what is called the library in Python. So library is already pre-worked scientific equations that you can use straight away. So I've imported calendar and tell them that the year equal 2014, the month 11 equal the months. So let us say display the calendar, which will print the calendar of a certain year. Let us run this cell. So number 2014, if you take, for example, a certain month, like month of November 2014, print the calendar, it will print that Saturday was the first, and this is using the calendar library, which I have imported into my equation. Let us go a little bit further, how we can import this is a little bit sophistication. You can use MATLAB from Python. MATLAB was the previous software that has been used a lot, but now you don't need it. You can just import MATLAB PyPlot, which is a library. It's called import MATLAB PyPlot as PLT, and import random, which is another library to give you random number. And then generate random data. I want the computer to draw X, Y, and then to draw random data, which means he will select random number and then he plot the number on the XY axis. And then show the plot, which is plot.show two brackets. So everything is in green is my headline. So this headline, what I want the computer to do from that line. And what is after that is the Python language. So let us run. This is the last cell. Let us go what the computer has done. You can see it has drawn 8, 10, 3, 5, 6, and you can see it can draw a random number. How we are going to use that? We are going to use this for measuring diameter of the aortic aneurysm from CT angiogram. We'll select how the computer can detect the inner to inner or outer to outer margin, and then he can plot it on a chart. So with this, I hope to have given a few examples of how you can use Python language. Don't be afraid about writing it. I will show you later on how you can develop a program language using a ChatGPT or using a lot of AI available facility over the net. So with this lesson, I hope I have cut off the fear of doctors to write a code. It's not difficult. You don't need to install anything. You don't need to buy a computer, and you don't need even to buy expensive CPU. We're going to take it further over the next few lessons. I'm very sorry for the delay between second and third lesson. There was a lot of events happening, but hopefully we'll continue. And by the end of this year, I hope I have been able to provide you with the basic programming skills of AI to help you in your medical career and in your vascular career. I wish you all the best. This is Dr. Muhammad Omar Farouk, consultant vascular surgeon.